Welcome to the Nyam and Trod channel, and I'm Jackie, otherwise known as Juicy Chef, and I wanted to do something a bit different today. Normally when we cook, I cook Jamaican food or French or Italian fusion, but I wanted to go back to the roots, to the motherland. I've had an amazing time in different countries on the African continent in my past because of work, the work I used to do, as well as for pleasure. And I have many friends from all over the continent, north, south, east, and west. I've been fortunate to go to different regions, different African countries. And the menu I'm going to do today is a bit of a Pan-African type of menu for my friends. I haven't seen my friends in a while, so I wanted to make them a nice lunch. My friend Deborah's come in and she's going to bring some South African wines to pair with the food. The first dish I'm going to prepare is the mishri salad. I'm going to just go ahead and roast these vegetables. So as you see here, as I said, I've got sweet peppers, so I'm going to leave them whole, okay? So the sweet peppers here, I've just put them in my bowl, all right? So I'm just gonna coat them with some olive oil, all right? Because they're just gonna be roasted. So just a little drizzle. I've washed my hands before, so I'm just gonna rub the olive oil on them, all right? There's a nice rub. Rub it up, rub it up, rub it up, all right? So just make sure they're evenly coated. Rub it up, rub it up, rub it up. You have to treat your food with kindness, love, because, if your friends eating it, they're going to feel that infusion of love and kindness. Food is love, right? If you're in a bad mood or just having a stink day, don't even bother to cook for anybody, right? I don't believe in that. So while the salad is roasting, I did a little pre-prep for the other components of this salad. So I have here some boiled eggs, okay, because you need a bit of protein. To be honest, you could use either or this one and the other one I'm going to introduce you to, which is the tuna. Good old canned tuna, right? So this is a cheap and cheerful meal. As you saw before, regular market ingredients, and now these, eggs and tuna. You could use one or the other, it's up to you. We have some black olives here as well. This is also a part of the dish. Again, if you don't like olives, it's optional, but me, I like to put all the different elements in there. This is a lovely salad. And then last but not least, we will garnish with these. I picked these from my garden this morning. So in the meantime, I have this warming up, because I'm going to start the dressing component. So I'm going to make the dressing, and then after I'm going to go next to the chicken because I have to get that going in the oven as well. So let me make the dressing quickly for you. Alright, so this is what the measuring cup's in. Oh, I'm good. 100 milliliters, that's what I wanted. I just blind, after a while when you've been cooking for years, you can kind of gauge measurements. So yes, about 100 milliliters, about half a cup, whatever, of those vegetables, more or less depending on taste. but this is good. And when that mingles with the veggie juices, etc., it's gonna be so good. Okay, so while the vegetables are roasted, I'm gonna deal with the chuk, the chicken. It's peri-peri chicken, and I'm going to make my sauce from scratch. Again, not quite authentic. Again, I said not appropriation, but appreciation using what we have. So these are the different ingredients I told you about earlier. So I've got some honey, good old Jamaican logwood honey, dried oregano, sherry vinegar. Normally it's red vinegar, but I've got sherry vinegar. I've got some dried chilies that I've had soaking because I couldn't find any fresh chilies. And again, our Scotch bonnets would not work with the flavor profile of this peri-peri. I've got some smoked Spanish paprika because again, it's oven versus actually on the barbecue. Now, as you notice, Jamaican lemons don't look like the typical yellow-skinned lemon of the global north. These are what our lemons look like: green, a bit of a rough skin. Some of them do turn yellow, but this is typically what our lemons look like. I've got some garlic cloves here already peeled, and olive oil, salt and pepper, cilantro. Again, this is my interpretation. I've seen recipes that, you know, they may have cilantro, some have oregano. I'm using both. Again, we like lots of flavor, and again, like I said, this is just my interpretation. Sometimes I've read where you can put port instead of honey, you know, that sweet element, which makes sense, you know. So peri-peri is associated with South Africa as well as Portugal, Mozambique, Angola. So I want to shout out to all my peeps from those countries. I've got friends from all those countries. I love you, miss you, and don't laugh at my rendition of peri-peri chicken, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So I've just blended up the ingredients of my sauce. It smells so good. And I know my friends may need a little extra to put on their chicken when we eat. So I'm just going to pour a little reserve to have as a serving sauce. You know, it's beautiful. Look at the specks of herbs and the chili. And I wish you guys, we keep saying we wish we had smell-o-vision, right? It's so good. It's a beautiful sauce. And I'm going to reserve this because I'm going to baste the chicken with this. But first, I had some chicken marinated. Now, simple, just lime juice and garlic. I'm going to salt and pepper it now and then put it in the oven. I'm smelling those vegetables. They smell so good, so perfect timing. I can put this to cook while I prepare the salad. So I just washed my hands. You know, of course, when you're dealing with raw chicken, make sure you keep washing your hands. Cooking in general, always in between different prep, wash your hands, constantly wash your hands. And this was before COVID. You know, those of us who work in food, hygiene is extremely important. So even though you see my hands, I'm always constantly washing. So please wash, guys. All right, so just a little salt and pepper. All right, so chicken seasoned, ready to go in the oven. Gonna take out the vegetables and then put these babies in. Oh, beautiful. So as you see, they're nice and charred, just how I wanted. So I've cubed the plantain. I'm going to transfer it to the bowl, and then I'm going to deal with the seasonings to go on top. Check it on the chicken. It's been in now for about half hour, and it will get, okay, this batch isn't as brown, but it smells good. All right. Oh, this kitchen is hot. So basically, I've taken out the chicken. You know, chicken shrinks, so I was able to fit it all in one sheet pan. I'm gonna put the peri peri sauce on that, but first let me take out my first batch of kelewele out and then start the other batch. What you're looking for is nice golden brown color, and have your plate ready with some paper towel. So I've got my lovely peri peri sauce. So guys, don't laugh. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old niece and nephew, and they love my stuff. They love my things. And I was looking a while ago for my brush. Where's my brush, right? When you have to improvise. So I've got a spoon, so I'm gonna spoon this sauce over the thighs, and then I'll use the back of it to brush them properly, or do a thing actually. But you know, this is real life, right? In our kitchen, sometimes we don't have everything that we want when we want, and we just have to do what we have to do. Look at this lovely chicken. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the hue. So this is going to go back in for another 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to finish the plantains. Okay, so the chicken is smelling so divine. I cannot wait for my friends to tuck in. Ooh, parfait. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that chicken. It's so beautiful. Beautiful deep golden brown. What's dinner without pudding, right? So we're going to take it to South Africa now with malva pudding, which is very basic ingredients. So here already I've sifted some bicarbonate of soda. Americans will call it, Jamaicans, baking soda, and all-purpose flour. You'll see the ingredients in the video. I also have sugar. It looks like a lot of sugar, but it's okay, guys. Here I've got milk, vinegar, butter, apricot jam, which is the nice ingredient, and an egg. So I'm going to do the wet ingredients now, because I've already done the dry ingredients. So basically with the sugar that I have, I'm just going to stir it into the dry ingredients that I have there. Now I'm going to add the jam. This is apricot jam, but guys, Caribbean guys, if you don't have apricot jam, I think mango jam is a lovely substitute. And this is what gives that lovely fruity flavor in this pudding. So I'm going to stir in this jam. And you want the jam to be softened, so I kind of like, pressed it down. But don't worry if there are any bits and pieces of jam, that's like texture. Then I'm going to add this melted butter. Make sure the melted butter is cool so it doesn't scramble your eggs. Melt that. Okay, it's all incorporated. And last but very least, the vinegar. So I put the vinegar in last because it can, do a little coagulation. I don't want that. And I'm just going to pour some wet ingredients into my dry ingredients. So mix that well. Okay, so guys, this will be in the notes to it on the website. You need a glass or a glass Pyrex to do this dish. Don't put it in metal. Want a piece of buttered foil. Now this is not my recipe, guys. This is from South Africa's wine magazine. There was a lady called Maggie Kepler, and she was the author of this recipe. So this is not my original recipe, but for me, with certain things, I like to go to the source, and I like to give credit where credit is due. And some of you who are using my recipes, I would love the same courtesy. Thank you. Merci. Okay. An important element of the pudding is the milk sauce. So here again, I have some ingredients. I've got some butter. So basically this sauce is done when the sugar and the butter melts. There. And I have a mixture of cream and milk. Scrape off sugar on the edges, and basically it's done when the butter and sugar have melted together, and then we're going to switch it off. For your blessings. You guys are each of you a blessing to me. You know, you encourage me when I'm down, you lift me up. When I'm winning, you champion my cause. Just like for all of you, I have to push you, encourage you, love you, just like the way you love me. And of course, we're ending on a sweet note. This is truly, I'm grateful in this time that we're living in. I'm grateful for the little things. For me, I don't take friendships for granted. I don't take anybody for granted. Life is so fragile, and I am grateful for you guys. Thanks again for joining me, Jackie, aka Juicy Chef. I hope my dinner with my friends has given you inspiration to do a Friendsgiving for yourself. You know, every day when we join together as friends, in friendship, in love, in truth, in gratitude, it's a blessing. And again, especially my Caribbean peeps, my African, my global South peeps, you know, I have to big us up because we're often ignored in the food space. And I just want to show people outside of our environs who have stereotypes of what Caribbean living is. This is a Caribbean flexitarian lifestyle. We do it sophisticated as well. We do it simple. Again, you saw the ingredients, everyday market and pantry ingredients to make this wonderful meal. Okay, we took it up a notch with the beautiful wines, thanks to Deborah and Select, you know, the cognac and the wines. But again, guys, whatever is available to you in your country, in your region, in your budget, okay? Not because you may not be able to afford these expensive things that you can't do a wonderful meal This is me and my friends in our raw estate. Excuse the roachiness, but we keep it real. We know this is unscripted. This is just pure love. And I hope the love that we share infuses you and your friends and your families. So ladies, let's cheers to a wonderful presentation. Cheers. Wishing you love and light on behalf of myself, my friends, Cesar and Tony, my crew, Miss Pam, who's my right hand. You know, guys, we're sending love and light to you as always. Thank you for joining me on Yamantrop. Goodbye.
Goodbye.